Ah, yes. Welcome to Rayman Legends, the game where a nigga with no limbs, a fat nigga, and a little nigga with a big nose all have to work together to save the little nigga's tribe. Welcome to Rayman Legends. This is my no jumping challenge, and let me just get all the rules out the way. So first, no ground jumps, no wall jumps, and no jumping off like the hooks or the chains. Those are the no exceptions. I cannot jump. Now I will say, I am only human. You may see some mistake jumps here and there, but I go back and I fix it just to make sure that it's all clear. And just one last thing before we get into it, I'm gonna try and not make it like a montage, but I'm gonna skip to every point that's like significant. Every 10Z that I grab, I'm gonna skip to it, and every hard part that I get to, I'm gonna skip to it, just so you can see if certain parts is possible or not. Cause like there's some difficult sections in here, so I have to show those off. And if it was easy, just know I did it without jumping. You gotta. There's some trust that goes into this. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. And for the final thing, if you do want to see me like in real time, well, past time, completing the challenge, I did stream it. It is on the page, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But now, without further ado, let's get into it. Finishing off the first king, queen, Tenzi thing. And then we have our first big issue. Oh no, what are we supposed to do? We can't jump. I call in the second little nigga, and this is where our first jump replacement comes in. We slam off of his head and glide across the gap. Instant replay on him. Bounce off that nigga dome. Kick the first guy. Land successful. Just showing off a few more examples of me using this trick in various other places. This is like the main jump replacement. So you're gonna see this a lot. And if you don't see it, well, I'm skipping anyway. So it's like, oh, wait a minute. We have another jump replacement. The water, instant replay again. If you go underwater, then fly upwards. You will be able to launch out at high speeds, causing another jump replacement. Now we will continue on. We cut that rope, we saved this 10Z little nigga, and then we get to the next part, which is the king and queen little area. So I did make a mistake here. I did jump. I cut it out because everything's too long. I made a mistake, bro. But I was able to fix it. I just came back and did it again. But it was possible. Turn up. Now this section right here was a little bit of a difficult section. Right now I'm showing the take where I got it. So it's like it does look kind of easy here. I'm swinging, turning it up. But I was able to do it. I have to spin it around, get a little bit of momentum. And then when I fall off, I can go up there. Then I'll respawn my little dude. And then I can fly up. Easy. Now on to the final section. Finished collecting these last two guys, and then I completed the stage. That last part that you see with the ghost, it was really easy, so I didn't even show it. But now we're into the next area, and oh no, wall jumping. As you can see here, I'm demonstrating our next form of jump replacement. I hit the booty of the next person. They get sent flying, and then all I have to do is switch remotes. Watch the pause. Oh, watch the pause. Right? Then I switch remotes, and then I get to fly and grab the ledge. It's pretty simple. It's not too difficult of a thing. Let me show you multiple other times when I use it. Hit the pause. You see that? Now we're up there again. And then for the last one, just showing the height. Like this gets a lot of height. This is a really good jump placement. Hit the pause, fly across, grab the ledge, and we're in it. Alright, continuing on. Now we have to complete the next king or queen Tenzi's area. This one's pretty easy. Not even a puzzle at all. I haven't even touched any of the platforms. I just fly all the way to the end. And then we get to our fourth jump replacement. This one, I guess, is probably the easiest one. You use whoever your second person is, whoever you're trying to play. You fall off and you hit the person upwards. Switch remotes and just glide to the platform. As you can see here, I'm demonstrating with the pause technique. I switch remotes. I fly over. The reason why I'm slapping is to stall so I can stay in the air longer and to just clear all the gaps. So now we're on to our final jump replacement, this one is probably the hardest. It's not too hard, but it's definitely the hardest one. So when our teammate is in a bubble, if we slam onto our teammate, we go up and our teammate also goes up. We switch remotes while in mid-air and we use the whoever we're slapping upwards, we just hit them up. If you time it the right way, you can get 3 slaps, and if you time it too early, you get 2 slaps. But this is like the game changer. This is definitely the best one. Look at how much height I gain. I was able to clear that whole chain, and now I use it everywhere. I have to. It's like the best way to do it. Continuing on is the next king and queen. 10 Z's. I'm just gonna call them 10. Man, these guys suck. For this little section, the slapping worked. I didn't have to do any special tricks. Then I go underwater, slap this guy up, get another one of the 10s, and then we get to the next section, which this one is also another just slap up, hit the bounce, then another slap up. That's like the main thing you're gonna see. It's a lot of slapping up. It's really repetitive, but it's fun. It's fun. I beat the stage. Next area. This section right here, very difficult. Took me like a few tries to get it. I'm only showing the successful part and the sped up part, right? Just like last time. But just know that was difficult. This section here too. This one wasn't difficult. I kind of suck, so I died. I even made a mistake jump too somewhere in there. But I suck, so don't even question. We did it. Look, success, no jumping. We out here. And now we continue on. This little dude, easy to grab. Just run across, punch. Same thing with this guy, spin across. And then glow box with his fat ass hands. He know how to break things, bro. He got some big hands. Save those guys. The next king and queen area. You know, most of it is a lot of repetitive stuff. You know, I'm gonna keep repeating myself a lot. It's just that good. That good. Don't you just love it? Love it when you repeat yourself. Absolutely amazing. This part is Barbara's challenge. I know I don't have to do these, but I do them just cause like, well, I wanted to see if this one was possible. I might not do the other ones just because of like they're really that useless. Like I really don't need it. You don't need a lot to unlock each section, but doing this part, I don't know. Something just made me want to do it. It was pretty easy whole way around. I died twice. See both of the like cuts there, but it was pretty simple all the way around. Even with the fire chasing me, it wasn't too fast to where I couldn't control myself. So I was able to survive, get through it. Bam. Now after completing Barbara's little mini stage, we go to stage I think it's 5. This section right here, pretty difficult. I'm only showing the successful attempt, but the first time I ever did it, oh my goodness, I thought it was impossible. And then that same exact thing happened. I don't even know how I went through the guy's legs, but I did, and I had to restart because like I killed that little man, but he survived now. He's good now. He's safe. He's living life. A little bit more sections, getting past. Look, I hit it with the sexy super bounce uppies. I don't have a name for it. I'm still thinking of a name. And then we get to the king and queen section. This one's actually a little tight. I messed it up the first time I ever did it, but now it was no 10s in the way, so we went straight to the next one. And for some reason, my brain kind of died. You see how long it took me to like scroll it to the side? I don't know why. My brain did kind of die. I just couldn't do it. This section right here was a little difficult. It's really just the chain section. Because like, you know, falling off, having to attack to stall, and then floating. It's difficult. It's pretty difficult. And then we get to sadness. This right here, absolutely heartbreaking. I'm just gonna say it now. The challenge failed. I'm so sorry. I tried this for I don't even know how long it took me. I was here. I did this little trick. I did not get sent up high enough. I wasn't able to do it. Had to pause. Come to terms with it. And then I ended up jumping. Started the wall jumps. And then it hit me. Hold on, little nigga. I think I got an idea. I told Glowbox to turn his silly ass around. He started backing it up. He said, "What you got, little nigga?" I said, "Remember the bubble popping strategy? I think it could be better." So then I did that exact thing. I slammed, I went up, I hit myself 3 times. That's all I needed. Then disconnect, reconnect, hit myself up again, switch remotes, we make the jump. Absolutely amazing. The challenge is still on. We did not fail yet. Now, when the first time I did it, that jump was really difficult. Like I really could not continue. I thought it was over already there, but I figured it out. And then we completed the stage. Yay! After this, it was clear that I needed a second person. So I called up one of my buddies. Y'all may know him on YouTube as Dr. Squid. He's a pretty cool guy. I love him, love him. So I called him up. I said, "Hey, I could use your assistance." He said, "Yeah, sure, I'm down." But we suck. See that? And then we were stuck on this part for like, I don't even know how long we were stuck on it. I got 3 different clips. We were just sitting here just to get into that door up there. We should have just said it was impossible and let it go. We should have, but we didn't. We kept going. I got the successful attempt right here too. It's actually right after this part. Look right here. Dink dink. Hit the little pause, and then I did the disconnect, reconnect, and I was able to set, like, get them up there. We even had a little victory dance because it took so long. Check this out. Check this out. Hit the jig. Hit the jig. All that to find out that it was useless. This bonus room is like wall jump galore. So unfortunately, I couldn't do it. I do have the theory that I could use multiple people because like even here you can see once we gain a little bit of height, I was able to stall in the air for long enough and he was able to come up and assist. But he falls so fast that I was unable to, successfully gain even more height. So it's like damn near impossible. So we just ended up saying, all right, whatever, we're just gonna leave it, and then we just left. We just left. Now there were 3 different 10s that were impossible to get. There was one near the beginning of the stage. There's one over here, and I didn't show any of them. But just trust me. Just trust me. Then we do this little king queen section. This is the last one on the stage. This one's really easy. The sand just going up, and then we got it. And then we was able to save that one and save the woman. Then the woman she decided to fight back when we saved her. So that guy's gonna die, and we got to hit the jig. Let's go. All right. So to continue on, I'm gonna just start doing like really short clips of the 10s because it's like it's already been taking too long. Like right now, at the current moment of editing, it's like 22 minutes. Chunk is crazy, but it's still I had to speed it up because it's too many to just show the whole process. Anyways, continuing on, this is one of the king and queen's little spots. This is me and Dr. Squid working it out. We took a really long time on this one. I'm not too sure why. This is really simple, right? I think there was only one really not really difficult part, but this part right here, this part was like the only part that was maybe a little bit difficult. Like it wasn't too bad, but it was still we took a little second on it. I actually found a cheese for the whole puzzle. You can actually go on the outside if you turn it the right way and bounce up to the top. But unfortunately, we suck. I said this already, but unfortunately, we suck. And then we continue on. Had to do a little trick there, punch in the wall, then fall and hit upwards. Square figured that out. And now this section. This wasn't too hard. I actually enjoyed it up until the end. Like, but look at what this guy did. Look what this guy did, right? So we fell. I tried to survive. Squid hit me up and he spiked me. What? Absolutely terrible. It made me kind of sad. But now, the section of sadness. You see me jumping right here. I'm demonstrating to the squid why this part is impossible. I actually told him I figured something out. If I get punched through it, right? Like I get punched right through it, I won't grab it. I even had to demonstrate it. I showed him. I said punch. I had to slow it down. Punch. I went right through it, grabbed the rail, and hope was lost. Until me and my sister hopped right back on the next day over. So look at this. I figured out that you can punch at a certain angle to get sent through 2 chains. Then all I have to do is stall in the air long enough for my sister to keep hitting me upwards and allow me to get sent flying through the next chains. I don't know why attacking allows you to go through chains, but I am so glad that that's the way that it works. We were here for a long time. It actually took like around an hour and a half of us just sitting here practicing this just to figure it out. And then the ending. Oh my goodness. Just watch. Just watch. I will be silent. You will even hear my reaction. Oh my goodness.
Yes! 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 Oh my goodness! Oh.
So yeah, that section was completed. As you can hear from the excitement in my voice, that was it was a pretty difficult task. We went to complete the boss next, and the boss was actually very easy, right? I believe this is the footage with me and Squid, right? I also just letting you guys know, sometimes there was sometimes I went back to re-record, right? Like look at this. I don't think I had a good clip of me completing it with the Squid, so I did a real quick run myself with another clip. And it was really just to show that it was possible. Cause this boss, really the platforming section was the only difficult part. Like this, literally after this part is the hardest one. I was only able to pull this off once, maybe twice, but that was so difficult. It took me a lot of tries. Other than that, the boss was beaten. You know, I had to find the best possible way to beat him while he's like dying, but it was really easy. Look, see, just knocked his junk loose, sent the guy to the moon, and completed the stage. Now on to World 2. And I gotta be honest, I think World 2 is the easiest world by far. Like, it's I guess I could say spoiler warning, but it's already been said. Doing this whole thing, other than stage 1 with that crazy ending, World 2 is really simple. Like, this is me essentially not speedrunning it, but you know, like I said, I'm gonna show you the clips a lot faster, so I just break it and keep it going. I think this is stage 2. That's the king and queen one. Also, another thing, this video is so long. I don't know if you guys would, whoever's still here, thank you for continuing to watch, right? Like, hearing my voice for a whole 20 to 30 minutes is probably getting annoying. I can't lie to you, definitely understand. So if you are still here, leave a comment, let me know what's your so far favorite part of the video. Do you think I'm cheating? This whole process I'm showing you from start to finish and you think I'm cheating? Wow, can't believe you. Anyways, back to it. I'm just gonna show you the rest of it, right? Continuing. Barber's challenge is really easy. I think this is stage 3. There was actually too many difficult sections. This is why I said I think the second area was the easiest. I think I only found one other part that was difficult, and it should be coming up soon. This is the other king and queen section. Easy. I feel bad for that guy. That was another tens being collected. This part wasn't hard, but this part I did have to keep retrying. See, I keep making a mistake jump, but then I figured it out at the end. Collect the other guys. This part too, I didn't know how long it actually took me, right? Because I was kind of like in the zone, just trying to figure it out. This is the try that I got it, but this took me a good like 10 minutes. I was just sitting here, and it was mainly because of that guy that I just killed. He kept knocking me off, so that was a problem. But now continuing to the next last two stages. Look, we're already here. It was so quick. It was so quick. Stage literally the level 2 was so much easier than level 1. Stage 2, area 2 was so much easier than area 1. That's the next king and queen area. Then after this area, we get to the last section, and then we get to the boss. Now, for you actual hardcore Rayman fans who need to go outside, you may have realized that I skipped a stage. That stage was going to be impossible. There's a wall jump section so high that I can't do it. Luckily, we were able to skip it and do the next stage over. Not next stage over, but the next stage that was right after it. And then after completing that stage, which was the previous that I just showed, we just get to the boss. I actually died here a few times. Crazy enough, I did die here a few times. A little celebratory dance, you know, punching both sides as fast as possible. We out here, we out here. And then we go beat the second boss, send him to the moon. Then we proceed into one of the worst areas in the game. I know it's only bad because I can't jump. Luckily, we're not in the section yet. Stage 1 was actually pretty calm. You know, it was pretty tame. Everything's pretty easy, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the frog. Like, the frog makes it a whole lot easier. But getting further into the game, you don't understand. Like, even Area 1 only had one hard section. And that was this part right here. This part right here. Literally, that's it in Stage 1. Everything else in Area 3 is the worst. It'd be making me feel like I'm bad at the game. Also, just some slight information, right? You may see this a lot, or notice like player 2 isn't moving, or notice like, you know, you don't see player 2 do anything. It's because sometimes I'm doing it alone, or I'm doing it with the doc, or I'm doing it with my sister. You know, assistance every now and then. But anyways, stage 1 completed. Now time for torture.
So stage 2 starts off actually pretty well. This beginning section was very simple, very easy. It took me a few tries, but I got it. You know, I got it. It took me a little bit. I don't even know how many tries it took. And then we turned tiny. Being tiny has some pretty cool mechanics. I can actually fly upwards if I want to. But that won't save me forever. There's so many things that happen that just make this experience so much worse. Like, we're only in stage 2 and it's already really bad. Look at how long it's taking me to complete this stage alone. It normally takes me a few seconds, right? Maybe like 10, 12. I don't know, it's around the seconds mark. We're almost a full minute. I think we're gonna take a full minute, and this is sped up. This is sped up. And now you may be like, oh, why didn't you do it as the big nigga? Nigga, if I did it as the big dude, I wouldn't be able to fly across the map. Make it make sense, bruh. Oh my gosh. You know, this whole stage took me 45 minutes. Of course, a few minutes was just me, you know, analyzing things, sitting around, right? But the clip from start to finish was 45 minutes. Oh my goodness. You don't understand. This section was one of the worst. And it's not because of the left side, right? The left side is actually pretty easy. It's pretty tame. See, it took me a few tries there. But after I collect this damn 10, oh my gosh. You don't understand. So, you see this section right here? I have to climb it up on the right side. And now, it may not seem that bad, right? But you come to realize when the platforms are going down and you have a shorter time to hit the ground pound, a lot of stuff just don't work. You know, I actually had to find a strategy later down the line just to compensate for this. Right now, this little section is not going fast enough for my strategy, but once I get there, I have to start buffering things. My bad. I said the wrong thing. There is no buffering after pause. That's the problem. Right? For whoever the person is who programmed this game, they for some reason said, if the person could react immediately out of pause, that would be kind of broken. So let's not let them do that. You have to wait at least a second to do that for some odd reason. It's just I don't know what was the gameplay idea there. Right after on pause, what if I'm about to get hit? You know, what am I perfectly timed? Anyways, I have to input my stuff before I pause just so that I can do something. So, for example, I would have to ground pound, right? Stop myself mid ground pound, spawn in my teammate, so he's a bubble, and then get the ground pound jump. Just so that I can do something after pause. And then the same thing goes for gliding. Because I unpause, right? I can't glide until the pause non-input is done. So I have to get into hit stun before that's possible. You don't understand the amount of issues this caused me. You know how I use camera mode? Well, guess what? I have to use pause now. Oh, and this section is even worse. I'm gonna show you a montage of my deaths, and then I'll explain what happens afterwards.
I have to be like one of the worst niggas at playing video games.
And now it is time to perform I the buffer maneuver. Like I don't even know what to call it. You know, it's just the pause, hit upwards, leave, come back, respawn, hit upwards, leave, come back, respawn, hit upwards. It's such a process. There's somebody in the comment section from my stream the other day, not the other day, like a week ago. He said, "Oh God, this is painful, or it's painful." I agree so much. This was this process took me so long. I still don't even have it fully mastered yet. It's just like it's more of an annoying task than anything. Like you see I'm slowly gaining height. And have you ever tried to turn off your PS5 remote? Like if you're doing this on a PS5, that process takes so long. And then like maybe you're thinking, "Oh, why not just use a guest account?" I feel like it would take longer with a guest account. I have a second account on my PlayStation. I have to just turn the remote off, and then I have to re-sign into my account. Oh my goodness. Like it takes me at least like 30 seconds every time just to do the loop over. And then if I failed the trick, I gotta do it again. And 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 you know, the picture mode is I used to use that all the time. It's muscle memory. So sometimes I make that mistake and then I have to reset because I didn't pause on time. The person who made this game made it with strings and noodles. I guess this would be a great time to mention the buffering ground pounds. So as you can see here, I press down and attack so that I can ground pound, but I pause right before I do it. If you haven't noticed, this conveyor belt is moving kind of fast. And remember what I said earlier about the conveyor belt moving too fast and I have to buffer something? Yeah, so when my teammate spawns in, since the pause menu sucks, I have to do it before I pause. Oh my goodness. Ground pound button? Not button. Ground pound, pause, spawn my person in, I get a jump. Do it again. 3 times. Then guess what? You made it to the right wall. Now you have to do the trick to go up infinitely. Oh my gosh. This is such an amazing game. Now, I shouldn't be mean to it. I'm not supposed to beat it without jumping. But this is so bad. It's like one of the worst experiences I've ever had. And I've done some game challenges before, right? Never no jumping, unfortunately, but it was really that bad. Now we're into the next stage with the chickens again. Oh, and guess what? I have to do the trick. You know why? You would think maybe, oh, I'd use it every now and then. No, there's a lot of climbing in this one, and you have to do it in under a short amount of time because that green goop that little frog dude is slamming all over the place knows how to despawn. Oh, and this section is the worst. After I climb up to the top, I have to get to the side, make sure my teammate is dead for some reason, just so that I can slime up that wall to stop the lava. Like what are you telling me? I even killed a Tenzi because I have to spam it so much. But then, finally, we collect the last 2, finish this.
Hold on there, folks. I think we're gonna have to continue this on another episode. Unfortunately, we've exceeded the 30-minute mark. And, well, unless y'all want to see an hour-long video, I think it'd be better to split this into 2 parts. I am so sorry, but come back next time. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but hey, man, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If not, please let me know what I could do better in the comments. And if you think you got any suggestions, I will be happy to read them in the comments below. Thank you so much. I will see you next video.